We all learn through experiences. Unfortunately, some of those experiences are bad. On today's episode, I'm going to explain how one fitness influencer who had her own business is completely devastated and destroyed by not doing one simple thing. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Matt Weik, Weik Fitness. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. So, obviously, if you guys are in the health, fitness, supplement industry, you have probably already heard about Brittany Dawn Fitness. She's I guess you could call her a fitness influencer. To my knowledge, I don't believe she has any type of fitness background in terms of certifications, qualifications, degrees in, exercise science or kinesiology or anything like that. So, don't quote me on that. I haven't done much research into her because I really haven't needed to, nor have I ever wanted to use her services. But obviously, if you've been following along, or if not, I'll give you a quick backstory. So Brittany Dawn Fitness has, a little over 500,000 Instagram followers. Not too shabby, right? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, most of us have nowhere close to that, whether you're, an individual or even a business. So I applaud her for having that many followers. The problem lies in that with the responsibility of having all of these followers and having this so-called influence, what it does is it opens you up for criticism and scrutiny if you try to do something that does not benefit others, meaning you get scammed, you don't have a follow-through, you have terrible customer service. In this instance, it's pretty much all of those things for Brittany Dawn Fitness. And, I don't want this to be a total bashing of her. I think she's gotten enough hate over the last, week or so that, I don't want to further, put her name in the mud. But I do want to make a point of this and use this as an example and a learning experience for everyone. Because unfortunately, I don't think she could ever recover from what she did to customers. So let's get into a little bit of the backstory. So there was a guy on YouTube, Cassidy, something like that. Again, I don't follow most of these people because it brings no value to me whatsoever. It's entertainment purposes. But this Cassidy guy, I guess, does little skits. He dresses up like people and, humiliates them, acts like a fool, whatever the case may be. But he saw Brittany Dawn Fitness at one of the fitness expos and went up and made this big ordeal like, hey, you look familiar. And she said, oh, yeah. And he goes, yeah, you look like someone who scam my daughter out of $200 or whatever it was, and immediately she grabbed some guy from the booth and asked him to deal with the situation. But she stood there smirking and almost smiling, and quite frankly, that pissed me off. Now, more has come to light about the situation, and for years, I'm not talking about a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months, maybe a year. I'm talking years that this girl, lady, woman, however you want to describe her, has been scamming people. Now, she went on YouTube, on her Brittany Dawn Fitness YouTube channel, and, put out this apology. And it was half-assed. It was not sincere at all. She literally typed it up on her phone, and she sat in front of the camera while her dryer was on, so all you hear is da-dunk, 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 da-dunk in the background, which was annoying as hell. The whole apology was terrible. If you want to watch how to not give a sincere apology, a heartfelt apology, go watch her video and don't do anything that she has done in that entire video. Fake crying, fake tears. The whole entire thing was fake, in my opinion. So again, we're kind of going off on a tangent, but going back to what happened. So apparently, Brittany Dawn Johnson used to be, or not Dawn Johnson, Brittany Dawn Fitness apparently was, a little overweight. I really haven't seen the before pictures again because I don't follow most of these fitness influencers because most of them are not influential at all. It's basically tit and ass photos all day long. Buy my product, use coupon code blah, 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 20 for 20% off this product, that product. It's just a bunch of product pushing, and it doesn't appeal to me. I don't think, you guys would get any value from most of these fitness influencers. So she lost this weight, right? And people were like, oh, wow, she lost all this weight. What did you do? So she's like, oh, okay, maybe I'll start a business. Here's Brittany Dawn Fitness. That's where the whole business comes into the equation. So the plan was she was to actually give out plans, both workout and nutrition plans. They were supposed to be custom and individualized to the person who was buying them. And it ends up, they were just cookie cutter, very basic. You probably could have got a better program off of the internet by a simple Google search. But at the end of the day, not everyone got what they purchased. So Brittany Dawn put out different products, different digital products that she never delivered on. And in her apology, she said, oh, I got so overwhelmed. I started this business and it grew out of control. I didn't know what to do with it. So, and I'm laughing because literally I'm pulling my hair out right now. So literally, instead of saying, whoa, 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 I'm in way over my head, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to take care of the clients and customers that I currently have who already paid me, mind you. I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to sit down, restructure, figure out what I need to do to make this right, and then open it back up so that more people can jump on board with my programs and all of that. And I'm not going to get into the programs. From what you could see from customers and clients, they were crappy, so I'm not even going to talk about them. But the fact of the matter is, for years, this has been going on, and she never made it right. So she took people's money, never delivered on the product or the goods, sent out cookie cutter programs to the people who actually got them. Others who paid for them never got their programs, and she kept their money. People contacted them, hey, where's my program? Hey, where's my program? I mean, there were people that said that they waited like 3 months. I guess that they bought like a digital product from her website, and for 3 months never got anything, and then finally decided to reach out and say, hey, when am I going to get this digital product that I just purchased off of your website? So there's so many things that are wrong with what she's doing as a business owner, and she's truly scamming people. There's no other way to say it. You might say, wow, you're being harsh on this girl. And she might, if she listens to it, she might be like, wow, I can't believe you're saying these things about me. But she's a con artist. She's a scammer. Look, if you didn't deliver on goods for a week and you get called out, okay, it was a week. But if you had years to handle and fix a situation and you didn't do it and you kept people's money, that's illegal, and you should probably be penalized heavily by whatever legal ramifications that can come about. And quite frankly, I would highly recommend all of the customers and clients that have been scammed by this individual to come together and sue her. The fact of the matter is, She had the opportunity to make this right, and she didn't. And here's where it gets even worse. If you look at the comments on social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or even on YouTube, in her apology, she gives out an email address for previous clients to contact her. Send me a receipt, the proof of purchase of what you actually, purchased from me. And, I want to, open up dialogue with you, find out why you're upset. Obviously, if you didn't get the damn product, you're probably upset about that. But if you got the product and you said, this is crap, I'm sure they're going to tell you that too. So, she's trying to save face here. Email me, let's open up the dialogue. I want to make this right. So then she's, implying that she's going to be giving out refunds. Okay, cool. Which probably should have been done years ago. Again, I digress. But the fact of the matter is, not only did she not give everyone a full refund who complained, they got a small portion of it back, but she was having people sign an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. The legality of that basically means once you sign this, you can no longer talk about what happened between my business, me, and you. And it ends there. And if that individual does talk about the situation and bash Brittany Dawn Fitness, then she can go after them and sue them. Do you see what's going on here? She's trying to make people shut up because she doesn't want the truth to get out. She doesn't want the masses to understand how many people she scammed. So on many of these social media platforms and her YouTube channel, once I found out that she was having people sign this NDA, I commented because frankly it really, really pisses me off. And I said, do not sign that NDA. Either you demand your money back and to be paid in a full refund, not partial, full refund. And again, that you absolutely positively will not sign the NDA. And if she would say, nope, you have to sign the NDA to get a refund, that's when I would sit tight, see what transpires, and I'm willing to bet in the next few weeks you're going to see a civil lawsuit against Brittany Dawn Fitness. And again, I'm not saying this. I'm not the one pushing for it, but I can almost guarantee it's going to happen. There have been enough people who have been scammed and screwed that it's only a matter of time. Now, will this information surface? Will somebody leak it that, hey, there's a lawsuit between all of the previous clients and customers against Brittany Dawn Fitness? Which, in that case, she'll probably just file bankruptcy and walk away, basically with her tail between her legs. But the fact of the matter is, and the point that I'm trying to make with all of this, is that I don't care if you're starting your business, if it's in the infancy stage, or if you've been around for decades and are a legacy brand in whatever market or category, space that you're in, you need to provide the best customer service and deliver on your promises. If you sell a service or a good and somebody clicks and buys from your website, you need to have a system in place of how from that purchase and from that transaction where you're collecting their funds, their product or good goes out the door, or your service is initiated and provided and completed. And if it doesn't happen, look, technology has flaws. A server can go down, an email can get lost in the interwebs and not get delivered. If anything ever happens and somebody says, hey, I never got this, hey, I never got that, first check. Because look, again, humans also make mistakes. I've known plenty of times when I've sent something out, somebody signed for it, they put it somewhere, and it never got to the correct person because the individual who signed for it wasn't responsible enough to make sure that it got into that person's hands. So things happen. When people would contact me, hey, and this was when I was working for Metrex. I've never missed anything with my current business. But when I was with Metrex, obviously you would have carriers, FedEx, UPS, DHL, all of those types of carriers who would deliver stuff. And, at the time I was working with a lot of professional teams, college teams, high schools. So obviously campuses are huge. And, the carrier drivers aren't exactly the most patient people and willing to make sure that it gets to the right spot. They'll pull up. Hey, this looks like the building. I'm going to walk in. Hey, can I leave this here with you? Sign here. Thank you. On their way. So, between point A and point B of going from, business to business, business to consumer, things can happen. I understand that. You probably also understand that. But fixing things, or even just double checking, if the customer says, hey, I never got this, and you check and you say, it was delivered, it was signed by this, cool. That's not your fault, but you're doing them, a service and providing the service of saying, hey, it was signed by B. Johnson, and it says it was signed at the front desk. Do you know somebody at the front desk whose last name is Johnson? First name, their initial would be a B. Can you go check with them? Maybe they put it somewhere. 9 times out of 10, they go find it. Oh, hey, somebody put it back in the mailroom. They didn't deliver it to my office. My apologies. Cool. Hey, glad you got it. Awesome. I appreciate it. But there are times where something happens, a good that gets delivered electronically gets hung up somewhere, software fails, program fails, email fails, server fails, whatever the case may be. Cool. How can I make this right? Here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Customer. I'm going to send it to you right now. When you get it, please send me a reply to let me know that you received it. I can't believe this happened. I'm so sorry. Server went down. No excuse. I want to make this right. In fact, here's, 5%, 10% off if you decide to come back and make another purchase, because I really appreciate your business. You need to do whatever you need to do to make sure that you take care of your customers, because you know what? If you don't, go look at what happened to Brittany Dawn Fitness. That's probably the best example of what happens when you have shitty customer service and when you don't provide the goods and the services that people are purchasing. She has thousands, if not millions by now, of comments of people saying, you're a scammer, I'll never do business with you. The fact of the matter is, her business is shot. Again, I don't know if she could ever rebound from this. And quite frankly, I don't think she should. Based off of the information that I've read and the testimonials of clients and customers who previously used her products saying how terrible her workouts are, how cookie cutter her programs, her nutrition plans are, I don't think I would recommend using her anyways. But that's besides the fact. So I think we all just need to take a step back and look at the situation that Brittany Dawn Fitness put herself in. This could have been avoided very easily. Again, she could have shut down her site. She could have said, site being worked on, maintenance coming soon, hang tight, whatever. I don't even care what it is. She should have shut it down, fulfilled all the orders, taken care of all the clients, which I'm going to be honest, I don't believe her for 1 second that she got this huge influx of orders and all these clients. Listen, it doesn't work that way, okay? I don't believe her for 1 second that she was overwhelmed. I think it's the fact of the matter that she legitimately tried to scam people. She wanted to be a fitness influencer who had a pretty face, was skinny, wanted to collect money based off of her looks, and when her feet were held to the fire to deliver on her promises, she couldn't do it because not only does she not lack the knowledge to put these programs together, so she had to go do cookie cutters, but she didn't have the systems and the means to actually deliver. There's just so many things that are wrong with her business that are flawed. Maybe it's personal flaws. Maybe it's her. I mean, she has the influence. She has the followers. Quite frankly, if I had 500,000 plus followers, crap, man, I know I'll be super duper slammed. There's no way that I could do this by myself. But the fact that she continued to collect funds and transact with these people and not deliver is not right. It's unlawful, and she should be prosecuted. Absolutely. I think law enforcement should look into this. People are being scammed. I think, quite frankly, she should lose her business. And the people who decide to support her moving forward, I don't understand your reasoning. I get it. People make mistakes. But people should also be learning from their mistakes and fixing their mistakes. Not continuing to collect money from people and not delivering on the services, products that people are buying. That's really crappy. So that's really all I have for this episode. I really want you guys to take a look at your own customer service. I don't care if you're a team of 1 or you're a team of 1,000. You need to sit down and look at your customer service. If you have a call center, if you have customer service who does emails, you should be fielding some of those emails. You should be sitting down with the team, figuring out what they're doing, what they're not doing, the processes that are taking place, improving them, fixing them, changing them, whatever the case may be, so that you're providing the best customer service to the people who, quite frankly, are believing in your products and your brand. Because at the end of the day, if you burn just one of them, social media is a gigantic channel. And it only takes one person for something to go viral about you or your business. And you could be trying to put out that fire for very long, just like Brittany Dawn Fitness is doing right now. You may never recover from that one instance. So while not every customer is right, you need to make sure that you do what you have to do to remedy the situation. And again, I'm not saying you need to drop your pants every time somebody says something about your brand, your product. You need to understand where they're coming from. If it's a legitimate concern, it needs to be fixed. But if it's a simple, Hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? Listen to it. Make changes. Use the feedback to improve your business, your product, your services. It's that simple. But man, deliver on your promises. And when I say promises, not only your word, but the things that you sell, the things that you push. That's all I got, guys. Business is a finicky beast. It has its ups and downs, just like the market. But the bottom line is, you won't have a business without customers. And if you piss off those customers, you're absolutely not going to have a business. So take care of them. Don't do as what Brittany Dawn Fitness did. And Brittany, if you're listening to this, I wish you the best. It's going to be a long road, and it's not going to be a fun one. You should have learned early. You should have made changes. You should have improved. But you didn't. So the only person you have to blame is yourself. That's all I got for this week. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are. I appreciate the love and the feedback and the follows. Feel free to check us out on social media at Weik Fitness. Head over to the website, weikfitness.com. Tons of free content, tons of free value over there. I want to make sure that you guys are living the best life possible, changing your lifestyle, changing your habits, getting healthy so that you can have longevity in your life and just be happy overall. Until next week, have a fantastic rest of your week, and I hope to see you on the next episode.